Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So today we're going over to Mould in Wales to Hafod Brewing Company. Don't hate me for my pronunciation. Got this from Mould Ale House. It was the only one of Hafod they had in. Sadly, we somehow went up on the wrong weekend, because the weekend before we went up, Hafod were doing an event in the marketplace or whatever with the beer thing up, and literally this Sunday they've had done another event, and we fell on the one blooming Sunday when they weren't doing an event. Had they done an event, I would have had every single one of their beers. Sod's law, can't win them all, is what it is. So from Hafod Brewing Company, Mould 2011, so 13 years old. It's their little donkey. I know a song about that. Little donkey, little donkey. I can't remember the rest, so yeah, yeah, it's not happening. So, Apricot and Ginger Pale Ale. Anybody who wants to carry on the verse, please do so. Obviously, as we look, they come across to me as a modern traditional brewery. I've had two of their beers. I had one, I think, at the Mould Ale House, and I had the second at Taps Micropole. I'm doing that to try and remember myself where I had them. Landmark Best Bitter at Taps, and I can't remember what I had at Mould. There are beer reviews coming out, albeit quick beer reviews. So yeah, brewed in Mould, North Wales, deliciously modern Welsh beer. And let's dive in. So, am I the first person to review a Hafod Brewing beer? It would be interesting. I know All the Beer No Idea, he does a lot of reviews from that neck of the woods as well. I'm not sure if Barry is Welsh. Doesn't sound Welsh when he talks, but I have no idea. So, I love apricot, I love ginger. So this is right down Raggy's Avenue. Here we go. Whoa. And it's fantastic to put this brewery on the channel. You know, when we knew we were going to Wales, North Wales that is, as soon as I tapped in Mould, all I do, I go on the internet, I tap in breweries near Prestatyn, Buff, Polly's, got Polly's beers, Hafod, I got one. I wanted more, didn't get more. It just didn't fall right. And obviously, despite the fact that I do beer reviews, doesn't mean I control where we all go. You know, I'm one of a member, you know, of the Happy Drinkers. And you know, between us we choose where we go, majority rules, and yep, there's what it is. Can't win them all, can you? And had I looked at John's bloody message on the Sunday, internet must have been playing up, I would have looked and seen that Bargain Booze does 2 Hafod beers for £5, and if I'd have seen that, I'd have bought them. But hey ho, I didn't, so I missed that. So in this light, it looks more or less golden pour, plenty of carbonation going off. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. With a little smattering of a white head on there. Oh, I can smell the ginger on the nose straight away. I do love a ginger beer, by the way. Little donkey, 4.4%. Oh, I'm salivating. I love ginger beer. Apricot and ginger is a combination I've not seen before, so I'm really excited about that as well. Yeah, sad bugger, aren't I? But you know, yeah, I work on my own all day, gardening. You know, I need something just to, you know, take the 8 hours of pain of working on my own with, you know, some lovely people. Yeah. If you smell what I'm cooking. Anyway, let's get on with the beer. Before I dig an hole. Ooh, interesting. So in some ways, the apricot is masking some of the ginger, which is quite surprising because ginger is quite prominent. I've done ginger barley wines and 12%. Wow. And the ginger ruled the roost, shall we say. Now, do I do a ginger imperial stout at Christmas? Ooh. All grain ginger imperial stout. Oh, I do love ginger beer. I love an imperial stout. Ginger and dark together. Oh, yeah. You can see I'm talking myself into. Let's get back to the beer review. I do apologise. You know, it is what it is. You know, I'm from Nottingham, Robin Hood country. You know, Robin Hood, Raggis country. Yeah, yeah. Who's Robin Hood? He was 700 years ago. Yeah, it's raggy time. Not really, but yeah. I'm but one of 600,000 people in Nottingham. So a lot of people, isn't it, when you think about it? I think it's actually, metropolitan Nottingham is about 750,000, you know. And not once in North Wales did anybody say to me, "Do you like his beer reviews?" Which is quite, in some ways, yeah, it's quite good in some ways, isn't it? You know, you go somewhere and then you get that look off people. It's like, oh. Then again, when over 2.25 million people have watched your beer reviews just on YouTube alone, you're bound to be noticed by someone along the way somewhere, you know. Even if they just think you're an absolute twat. Yeah, these things happen, don't they? You know. Can't win them all. So the apricot and the ginger work really well together. And the apricot is masking the ginger somewhat. So the ginger normally rules the roost, like I've already said. And this is masking it. And it's an interesting beer in that it's a fruity beer with that ginger element. And yeah, it's very well. Ooh. And whereas Krabby's has kind of gone a bit too poppy, which is, you know, as a ginger beer loving fan, Krabby's brought me into the world of ginger beers, as did Taste the Difference ginger beer. I have no idea who made Taste the Difference ginger beer, whether it be Krabby's or some other brewery. I don't think they even do it nowadays. I don't think they even sell it these days. But that got me my love of ginger beer. It's not a heat. There's no heat in this. There's a ginger taste, and that's it. So it's not a fiery ginger beer. Whereas like Badger's Blandford Fly and Old Tom ginger, very different ginger beers as well. So, but interesting nonetheless. I'm still gutted though. I'm really gutted that whilst I was there, and you know, I go on a trip. We go on these trips around the country, and you know, there's boxes that I want to tick while I'm there, and I look at breweries, and obviously you can't get to every brewery. It's impossible. Can't get to every pub. It's impossible. But this is one of the ones I earmarked. I've been looking at their events that they've done, food and drink festivals, blah, blah, blah. And I could not believe it fell on the one weekend where they had no events on. Obviously, you know, for the people behind Hafod Brewery, for them, obviously it's a weekend off, so fair play. You know, I can't fault that. And yeah, it's sad we didn't get over, but obviously it's a holiday, and yeah, it's what it is. You can't win them all, but it's tasting great nonetheless. So yeah, the apricot. It's not full on apricot. The apricot and ginger are battling it out, and this is it's a good one for the taste buds, because can you taste apricot? Can you taste ginger? And it's one to open the bottle and decide yourself whether you can get those flavours. As in all beer reviews, we drink beer. Do we get all the flavours? No. Why should you? You know, just because the flavours are there, you know, for the most part, on a beer that's got tropical American flavours, you're going to get tropical. You are not going to be able always to pick out the melon, maybe the grapefruit and those sort of flavours. Same with citrus, you're not always going to pick out. Sometimes it'll just burst, you know. Unless you're reading from a hymn sheet, you know, from a sheet that says, oh, you're going to get this flavour. Yes, I'm getting this flavour. Yeah. But the rest of us in real world get what we get. Job's a good one. It's very fruity at the front, and the ginger just slips in behind, and they mould together so well. Yeah, quite the beer. So my third ever beer from Hafod Brewing Company, who were in Nottingham, literally before I went, at Partisan Tavern, which is a fantastic micropub in the heart of Sneinton, at the craft beer epicentre of Nottingham. So that was amazing to see. And I've got to message Partisan Tavern and say, how the hell did you come across this beer? Were you watching my channel and thought, ooh, Hafod? Begs the question, doesn't it? So, Hafod Brewing Company, yes. Would I drink this again? Yes, absolutely. Would love to see this on cask. If I'm talking to Hafod Brewing Company directly, if you've even watched the video, there are pubs in Nottingham worth getting in touch with. The Crown in Beeston, the Star in Beeston. I know they're both in Beeston, but it's worth having a go at either. Talbot Tap House, but also, you know, there's a place called the Robin Hood and Little John, Lincoln Green Brewing Pub, and, you know, inquiring with them and saying to them, look, this Raggy Beer Reviews, he reckons that a Welsh beer tap takeover might be a good thing. Bit of Polly's, bit of Hafod. Oh, I'll be out of that bugger. But anyway, so would I drink it again? Yes. Apricot and ginger, both come well. 4.4%. Yeah, that the ABV comes across really nice. Out of 5 for me, 4.4, same as the flavour. I really appreciated this. I absolutely love ginger. So this is a beer for me. We all have our likes and dislikes with beer. Did you like the sound of it? I did. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Mold Ale House. Cheers.